Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of the Injury Report, Dave, and we might start off with Jesse Hogan and an update on him.
Yeah, I think, as has been spoken about in the media, Jesse had surgery on Sunday afternoon. Surgery went well, had a plate sort of inserted in onto that collarbone. He's recovering okay. We'll just have a look and see how he is by the end of the week. And we're hoping, as Simon Goodwin said, we're hoping that he's going to come back and play again this year. But we're not putting any time frames on it. We just want to assess Jesse and see how he's going and take it from there.
The co-captain, Nathan Jones, is back this week.
Back this week, yeah. Look, trained really well today. He's ticked off everything he needs to from a kicking point of view, and he goes in really fit and really confident.
Joel Smith didn't play in the VFL on the weekend?
Yeah, just sort of had an incident with his hip at training last week. It was pretty close to playing. He did some decent training today. We're hoping we can tick him off on Thursday, and he'll play again for Casey on the weekend.
Dean Kent and Mitch Ward, an update on those guys?
Yeah, those guys are going okay. Look, the aim with both of them, Dean with his shoulder and Mitch with his hamstring, is to get them back to be available again to play this year. We're probably pushing the envelope a little bit with each of them to do that, but we're going to keep trying and keep sort of working away with them. But we'll just see how they're going by the end of next week.
There's 5 guys now out for the rest of the season. Vandenberg, Tim Smith, Cole Garland, McKenna and Filipovic, all in different stages.
Yeah, all in different stages. Aaron's actually gone to China, went to China today. He's going to have a couple of weeks there. Lockie Filipovic starting to hit the gym. Garlo's actually starting to do some skill work. Tim Smith's still on the crutches and in the boot, but starting to wean out of that. And Paddy McKenna's actually going really well, doing some good strength work and running. So, as I said, all at different stages, but tracking pretty well.
You've worked with a lot of great athletes in a variety of sports over your journey, and one was Nick Riewoldt, who announced his retirement this week. Maybe a few thoughts on him as a player.
Yeah, look, I was lucky enough to work with Nick for 4 years at St Kilda, and I don't know, I was sort of thinking, a lot's been written and said about Nick, but as a parent, and you see your kids, competing at sport on the weekend, and most parents say to their kids, just go out and do your best. And I reckon Nick can honestly say in 17 years of AFL that every single day that he walked into the footy club, he gave his absolute best. Again, a lot's been written and said about his athleticism and his footy nous, but probably the main thing about him, he was such a fierce competitor, hated to lose, always wanted to play well for his club and his team, absolute champion, and I think, both Ross Lyon and Grant Thomas have said it, even better bloke. So, Rui, absolute champion. Wish him all the best.
Thanks, Dave. Great words.